3 men have lost their jobs with the City of Coeur because of who their grandfather is.
Councilmember Ron Edinger found out last week his grandsons were going to be terminated because of a law put into place in 1990. KXY4's Anusha Roy has the story.
The City of Coeur has been a part of Councilmember Ron Edinger's life in many aspects. He was a former mayor, has a daughter and 3 grandkids who work for the city. That is until last week, when his grandkids were terminated.
Very, very surprising.
Their employment was violating a 1990 state law that says relatives of mayor and council officials can't work in the city. It's to avoid elected officials profiting off their position and unfair employment practices.
I knew nothing about. The grandkids knew nothing about it.
The men worked part-time and seasonally in the Recreation and Streets Department. 2 of them worked for the city for over a decade. Their grandfather says he had no role in getting them jobs.
Once it became evident that 3 of Edinger's grandsons were working within the city, the attorney says they had no choice. They had to take immediate action, and the 3 men lost their jobs.
The city should never have hired these young men. As far as I know, they were very good employees.
Back in 2000, a Spokesman Review article on conflict of interest talks about Edinger's daughter working for the city at the same time her father was an elected official. Her employment was legal because she was hired before the 1990 law was in place. But despite that article, Edinger says he never knew about the law and only learned about it when his grandsons lost their jobs last week. Edinger believes his family is being targeted because of his politics. He's been critical of the McEwen Field project, a controversial development plan in downtown Coeur d'Alene that Edinger says is way too expensive.
I think that this is, people are going after me because of that.
In North Idaho, Anusha Roy, KXLY4 HD News.
And Edinger's opponent in the upcoming council race is fending off rumors that he's responsible for what happened. Adam Graves says that he did question a city official about Edinger voting on parts of the budget since his daughter works at the city, but that played no role in his grandsons losing their jobs. He released this following statement.
Yeah, he says, "Let me be clear. The subsequent actions taken by the city happened without my involvement or knowledge. As I stated above, I did not inquire about the law because, like everyone else involved, did not know about it. I also had no idea Mr. Edinger's grandchildren worked for the city."